My dream is to be able to work in an international setting and incorporate international healthcare and medicine together.
Medical school is my current dream, I'd say.
An ambassador.
Be a professor of English.
A publishing company, a copywriter for an advertising company.
I could see myself in Brazil, traveling with the locals.
When a student asks me what they're going to do, I tell them whatever they want.
I have a student who's just begun at the Department of Defense as an intelligence analyst. I've got a student who's now working for the FBI. So we have students who work in law enforcement and for the government in quite demanding and interesting jobs.
Teaching, research, actuarial science, trading, law school, professional schools, biology.
They go on to work as therapists, they go on to be research scientists, industry, criminal justice.
So I have one of my students working at CSI Los Angeles and another one at CSI St. Louis.
German, Russian, Hebrew. And then she started working for a newspaper, then worked for another newspaper, is now working for an embassy. And all of this, I mean, in 4 or 5 years.
Top patent lawyers, neurosurgeons. I just think the sky's the limit. When I tell a student that they can pretty much become anything, I get very mixed opinions.
Because the college is so broad, I'm able to really just gather a lot of information, take courses that are not related to my major at all.
So I've taken things in political science, in sociology, anthropology, business, geography. I mean, I like that, having that and being able to get kind of different perspectives.
Synthesizing like proteins, looking at all the different like cellular components, stuff that's really applicable on a real world scale.
So the research I currently do is in international healthcare. It's developing programs in rural India. I hope to alleviate malnutrition and malaria through novel techniques.
The best experiences in the classroom usually come from having a really good professor. Sometimes people may look at the U of I and see like that it's a really big institution and it's hard to connect with your professors, but I think if you really make the effort and take the time to go into their office hours, they'll make that same effort back to be in touch with you, and you can make some really good contacts.
We take teaching very, very seriously. It's something that a lot of time spent on it. It's not just a second thought after the research. Actually, teaching is equivalently important to the research. That combination means that you get these world-class infinite opportunities encapsulated in a place where teaching is great.
And we're talking about the exciting developments in our own research, in our own labs. So I think we try to share with them the rigor that we bring to our subject and also hopefully spawn creative thoughts on them.
That then led to a discussion of the healthcare system. And at the end of the class, and that was really cool, one of the students came up to me and shook my hand and said, "Oh, Professor Hilger, thank you so much for letting us talk about this, because this really matters to us." But you can sort of explore this through literature, and this is really what I try to do in my classes.
I emphasize that it's something that you do. It's not something that you watch or you listen to, but that you're really going to do something, and by doing something, you're going to change yourself.
Basically, the way research works in the psychology department is a lot of it is run by undergraduates. Help out coding data, running subjects. There's tons of opportunities for that to happen.
Actually extracting bacteria that live at about 2 to 3 or 4 miles depth in the crust of the earth, identifying those bacteria, determining what they do for a living, what do they eat, what do they take in for nutrients, trying to use that information eventually to understand how to reduce the impact of oil extraction on the environment.
You walk down the hallways and you see professors' doors are open and you can go and knock on them and go and sit down with them. That openness and sense of accessibility is, I think, very special.
Basically, it's whatever you want to do. A place like Illinois can offer it to you.
I want to get outside my comfort zone and achieve everything that I can.
What I've learned here, not just in my classes through my coursework, but outside of my classes, whether it's in the community or abroad, will definitely be able to help me not only seek out new opportunities, but actually be able to participate in whatever I do take part in, do it well.
This is the College of Liberal
Arts and Sciences,
where I'm inventing
my future.